Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bell Lost Souls with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan, this is a new one.
Yeah,
what's this one called?
This is Fantahzee. Fantahzee.
Fantahzee.
Hordes and Heroes. So this is the new card game from AEG.
Okay.
So it's their standard card game box. But
Yeah.
It's the premise is you're kind of playing a hero who's trying to defend his village or city, and you want to be the most popular one, I guess you could say. So that's the whole premise. Yeah.
AEG makes a ton of really cool card games, so it's not like this is a fly-by-night company. Like, I love a lot of their card games.
They're a well-established company.
Big fan of those guys. So I'm very interested to see what Fantahzee has in store for us. So let's take a look inside the box. Evan, we've got. Is it Fantahzee?
Fantahzee.
Fantahzee.
I'm pretty sure it's Fantasy, but I like to say Fantahzee.
I like it because it's the capital F, capital T.
I don't know if it's capital. It has the.
That's true. It could just be Fantahzee.
Capital E's though. Anyway,
Fantahzee.
Here's the back of the box.
It's pretty cool. Hordes and Heroes.
Shows you some cards and whatnot. Comes with all of this good stuff and the description of what the game is about.
Cool.
So you ready?
Let's go ahead and crack it open. Yeah, do it, man. Do it to it. Here we go. Opening the box.
I want to get the bottom. There we go.
There we
go. Right off the bat, got some rules.
Yep.
Not too
Definitely.
thick.
We'll go through those here in a second.
Ooh, look at that.
Fancy.
So your cards. Dice.
It sounds like dice. Yeah.
Dice come in this nice little velvet bag.
Velvety.
So that's nice.
Very smooth. Not really, but it's kind of neat.
Nice bone-colored dice. That's cool.
Always need more D6s, right?
All right. So we got Dooms.
And last player.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you want to be the last player then?
It's green? I don't know. You tell me, man.
And then we've got this.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, this advertises their expansion.
Rogues Gallery.
Rogues Gallery is coming out for it. Okay.
Not
cool.
Rouge's Gallery.
Not Ragu's.
Ragu's.
Not Ragu's Gallery. Okay, well, first off, some nice storage.
And thanks to Inspector 108 for packing this one.
You're awesome.
Good job.
Well, it looks like, too, like, the storage is meant for... Okay, that's why they've had it here. Yeah. So this is the storage for the expansions when they come out. So
okay,
that's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
I like them thinking ahead like that.
A lot of AEG's products, specifically Smash Up, that's one of my favorite games.
That's a good point.
It always has a ton of extra space. And, at this point, I've filled it all up. So.
Oh, yeah. You need another
I do.
basic game. This looks like the main card pack.
Okay, and then we got 3 little mini decks here.
Yes.
So I got item pack here, and then these look like that's their Doom icon again. So you can kind of maybe these are monsters.
Little swords.
And here's the other thing too. We love these little vacuum seal or not vacuum formed things. And again, there's nothing else in the box. I'm just gonna pull that off. But it's nice for cleanup. It really does make a difference when you play a game a lot.
For sure.
I know it's a little thing, but also I like the little box.
Yeah, it's a nice box.
Yeah,
I think AEG has a lot of good boxes. Is that a weird thing to say? Like
no, I think it's legit. That is a real thing.
Especially the storage box they came out with, the red box or whatever it's called. Yeah,
that one
was nice.
Yeah, I actually got that for a friend of mine. They love it.
Well, there you go.
And this looks like another game that would fit perfectly with that. So okay, let's go ahead and cut real quick so we can go through
the rule book.
Go through the rule book. All right, Evan, we've got the rule book here for Fantahzee. Hordes and Heroes. Fantahzee.
All right.
Here we go. Jumping on in.
Right off the bat, has an introduction, so goes over what the game is.
It's actually not that big a rule book. It's only 28 pages, maybe 30.
27.
27. Yeah. With the back.
Well, 28. So
it's not very long.
No, and there's a lot of pictures and
and it looks cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of pictures, I really like the artwork.
Let's see it.
Just looking at some of the artwork, it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It definitely has this kind of weird steampunk / mystic vibe. Yeah. I like it. It's cute. It's got humanoids and little, cute fairy creatures and dwarfish guys.
It's clean, I would say.
Yeah. It's very sharp, good looking. Anyway, like the art.
It goes over what comes in the box, the goal of the game, stuff like that.
The goal of the game, real quick, is to get a bunch of XP.
Yes. So I guess in a way you're all kind of going for the same thing. You're saving the town, but game mechanic wise, the way to win is to get the most XP.
Yeah, you're fighting these monsters, and they have a damage value and then an XP value when you beat them. And the person with the most XP at the end of the game wins the game. But you have to protect stuff like the town here. If towns get destroyed one of the steps, you get minus XP.
Right.
So, anyway, moving on.
So it goes over what cards are like, what the anatomy of the cards are like. So here, for instance, are the hero cards.
And that was action cards as well.
We have horde cards here. Top over here, we have treasure cards. Down here, we have town cards. It goes over what each card is. And then this is just how to set up. It's basically looks like, shuffling. How to shuffle them.
The monster deck's gonna have 5 smaller decks. You're gonna have a boss monster at the bottom of each one.
Right.
And the game also ends when you kill 3 of the boss monsters.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And then goes over setup, and then your turn phases. So
really quick turn too. I mean,
it's not complicated either.
No. You get an action phase. You roll some dice. You do the horde phase. And then you end your phase and you kind of go on. Yeah. And it's really fast.
Fast paced, so I'd say that too. And then I'll go over the dice phase, everything like that. These are just the phases that you go through.
And I know a lot of people are probably curious as what do you do in the dice phase, but when you're buying
we should go over that. Yeah, how do you buy a hero?
So when you get a hero, say you play a bunch of heroes in your hand here, you get up to 5 heroes. So let's just say I've got I don't want the same guy twice. Here we go. So let's say I've got these 3 heroes. If I would like to activate one of these heroes, I have to spend dice to do that.
Right.
So if there are X's, that means, and we can show you real quick.
Yeah, let's go over there.
To buy heroes right there. If there's X's, X can be any number if it's just 1. If it's more than 1 die, if there's more than 1 X, that represents a pair or 3 or 4 of a kind. So this guy right here would require either 4 of a kind.
Yeah, so he has 4 X's, so in the example they gave us, he has 4 4s to be able to activate.
Right. Yeah. So you're going to roll your 5 dice, and you're going to try to activate these guys. So the Swordmaster would require 3 in a row.
Of any kind.
Sorry, not in a row, 3 of a kind.
Right.
The Sergeant would only require 2 of a kind. And then the Conjurer, he's got a fixed, or she, has a fixed amount of 2 6s.
A specific number for it, yeah.
So, and they have different abilities and effects. And then there's also another mechanic in here too. Here's a good example. The Steamsmith activates, you get 4 steam, and you can spend that steam to then activate, there's other things like these steampunk robots.
Where it says like 2, and that's the steam symbol, or you can do 3.
Or you can spend your dice.
Yeah.
And once you put a dice on the card, once you activate a hero, the hero is considered spent.
Right.
Or, sorry, the dice are considered spent.
So you can't.
Yeah, you can't re-roll them. So you get 2 re-rolls.
That's not bad.
You got pretty good odds of getting a lot of pairs and stuff like that. So, but that's just a really quick example. And again, there's more to it than that. But moving on.
It goes over how to use treasure, taking damage, stuff like that. You can take damage, so the monsters you do attack, they do have a damage characteristic. If you want to pull up that monster right there. He has a damage characteristic up here, so you will take damage at the end. If your character has a shield, I think we saw that with the dwarf.
One of these guys had. Here's a good example. The steam cannon. You activate this, you get 1 steam and 1 shield this turn.
Yeah.
So if you have a shield at the end of your turn, for each card that says you get a shield, you take 1 less damage.
Yes.
So you can actually prevent
some people dying.
Or towns getting destroyed.
Right. Which is a good mechanic there too. This just goes over like examples, but there is a town mechanic where if you don't kill the further, let's say this is the town deck. Actually, can we bring the town deck? It's right.
Yeah.
Yes. So here's the town deck, and let's say there's still a monster next to the town. That monster, if it's not destroyed by the end of your turn, is going to destroy this town, and you get this town card. Now what that means is at the end of the game, you're going to take this town card and you're going to subtract that number at the very bottom corner, so if it says this is -1, from your total XP that you got. So which town cards are negatives. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So
and I believe also the effect on the bottom of the card, if it's destroyed, you also get that negative effect. So this one says
so this one
So
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically it.
That's a quick rundown of the game. Obviously there's some more stuff to it. I wouldn't say this is a co-op game so much.
No. But like story-wise, it's a co-op game because you're all just trying to defend the town, stuff like that. This is a very competitive game. You're trying to do the most. Yeah. Get
the XP. But you have to kind of plan out, because of the way that the monster decks work and stuff like that, you kind of have to plan out how you want to go about attacking it.
Yes.
So there is some strategy to it. It looks cool. And plus, I mean, you get a bunch of dice to roll, and that's random fun.
Who doesn't like rolling dice?
I love rolling dice. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Why don't we hop out for a really quick recap? So that was Fantahzee.
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 Horrors and Heroes.
Horrors and Heroes. Fun name to say.
Again, made by AEG.
Yeah. Good card game. Let's run some numbers real quick.
Yes.
What's the playtime on this one?
It's recommended. It's around 30-40 minutes. I wouldn't imagine it's very long. No, it's a simple card game. AEG games don't usually last that long.
I mean, they can.
Usually.
They can.
Yes.
But, yeah.
And it, of course, depends on who you're playing with.
Sure.
It is 2 to 5 players, so it's a really good range.
Yeah.
And then it's recommended ages 14 and up. It's not too complicated.
No.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It seems like a neat little game. Again, I would definitely like to give it a shot. If you haven't played any AEG games before, you're definitely missing out. They have they have a really good lineup, so go check them out, and definitely go check out Fantahzee.
And this is $44.90 in stores now.
Cool. Well, I'm AdamHarry from Bell Souls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.